going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. Even if I end up all alone, I know my destiny. My mama told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride don't make you change. Just always remember where you come from. 'Cause I know you were born to break the chain. So I'm on my way. Yes, I'm leaving today. Are you ride with me? See, I'm living in that life. But I got a fire that burns so bright. From the back road to the street. I've been long gone for so damn long, so don't tell me that you have to go. You still be waiting for me. Tell me 'cause I gotta know. See, I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. If I die trying to turn the tide, y'all remember me. See, Mom told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride will make you change. Just always remember where you come from. 'Cause I know you were born to make a change. So I'm on my way. Yes, I'm dead. Are you ride with me? Lord, living in the nightlife. But I got a fire that burns so bright. From the back road to the street. See, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm leaving today. Are you ride with me? Yes, I'm living in the nightlife. But I got a fire that burns so bright. From the back road to the street.
When up is down and down is up, when your half full glass looks like a half empty cup, when you're running into dead ends and everywhere you turn, well, seize the opportunity, live and learn. Hey, go with the flow. Hey, go with the flow. Go with the flow, baby. Now after tired of the mind games everybody seems to play, well, it's a life lesson 'cause that game is here to stay. If she leaves it for another, then text you with the news. Just thank her for a better understanding of the blues. Hey, go with the flow. Hey, go with the flow.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I hope you all are doing honky dory. Is everybody doing honky dory? I don't know what we're doing. I decided to come on early. I wanted to listen to a little bit of music, and I like to include y'all. Uniquely written. Tanya D. Rick. Batgirl. Batgirl. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I'm glad to see everybody. You know, I really have been on this down to earth prepping thing. Um, I think so many times, like everybody just gets so carried away in like all the other chaos, and there is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? Death Wish coffeeed up and ready to roll. Well, that's good. I'm not ready to roll because, well, I've been off for a week and a half and I have to go back to work today. But it's nice to work from home. Y'all got your coffee? So, while we were out in Colorado, right? I got to show this. Y'all are gonna love it. While we were out in Colorado, helping my mom and stuff, we unpacked, and she said, "Man, y'all have worked really hard. Why don't y'all just go have some fun today?" So that's the day that we went to the reservoir, and we went to some of the shops. We went to the Army surplus. If I can say anything about prepping, right? Prepare, resources, energy, and praying. I mean, really, that's how we should break down prepping because, um, and have a sense of humor, right? We definitely want a sense of humor, but it's really important. I got to get something for my back today. My back's killing me. So, in with the pillow. Um, so she's like, you guys go shopping, go do something. So we went to lunch at one of my favorite places since I was in high school, Baja Tacos. Man, there's nothing like Colorado Mexican food. So I think I had Mexican food 4 times while I was in Colorado. I could eat Mexican food every day I was there, but that's not Dragonfly's favorite, right? But anyway, so we go into the Army surplus, and here is the first. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pull down this back screen real quick. Hold on, Mama Freddie. Good morning. So y'all are gonna get a kick out of this. So the first thing that I see is this sign. Y'all see? So I had to buy it. I thought it fit perfectly. This is going out on my front gate because I don't want to mistake you as a large annoying squirrel. But hey, if you're gonna come on the property, I just might. I thought this was great. So they had a lot of really cool stuff, and the other thing I liked is, oh, look at that, but down there in the corner, made in the USA. It is. It's perfect, isn't it, Tab? This is my damn land, and honestly, this is how I feel across the country. This is our land. This is our country, and there's a lot of this is a melting pot. It's a melting pot of many cultures, and I realized when I was out and about, we didn't see any violent crimes or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, but what I did see is a lot of shitholes. I've seen a lot of neighborhoods that used to be decent just falling apart. I mean, absolutely falling apart. Me and Dragonflies seen a man that was living in a camper shell. And okay, we were RVers. I don't have a problem with you living in a camper shell. But then what was outside the camper shell? I'm talking folks surrounded with garbage. It was I was actually sad for the person because I was like, what brought you to the point that you're living in this camper shell and it's so bad? Yeah, I think they did too. I think when well, they seen this part, right? They seen the hey a asshole, right? But to me it was really sad, and it was even more sad as we drove around that part of Colorado, and even on the reservation when we were down by the Missouri River at the Nebraska Iowa line. I was like looking, and I was like, you know, this really sucks. And the reservations have gotten worse and worse and worse with poverty, with alcoholism, with drug addiction, and so on. And it breaks my heart and my spirit to see our country just falling apart. And that's exactly what we're watching. We're watching the absolute freaking destruction of our country. Good morning, Texas Red Lang. Long time no see, man. But we're seeing that, and it sucks. And I think it sucks for our people, for Americans, for true Americans. Some of them are elders, and I think that as we see the decline of the United States, we're going to see pretty soon it's going to happen where EBT or food pantries, we've seen a lot of food pantries this last year that have gotten closed down, burnt out, whatever happened to them, right? And when we see these folks struggling, there comes a point you go, okay, I'm a prepper. I can't help everybody because if I do, I could shortfall myself. But there also has to be a place of community. And I think honestly, when we talk about prepping, it really is a place of community, or it should be. Like if you're, good morning, RCX. I still didn't see your email. I hope you've seen my email so that we can get that situation taken care of for you. Um, the website is still down until I figure out what the issue was. I had like 3 orders get caught in limbo, and so I need to take care of that for people. And I put it on hold right now until I can figure out what the heck was happening. But the thing is, yeah. Well, Rick, I mean, let's be honest about this. I honestly think that at this point, it's not about who is the next president. I honestly think that it's not about that. I think that our government is completely just, just oh, I don't even know a proper word to say on YouTube other than they suck. Right? They suck. They suck wind. Just like with the bank failures, what's going to happen is the fat cats are going to get fatter, and it's going to make it harder for people, men and women, families, middle class, to get credit, and the ones that are going to be suffering are the middle class and the poor. And the thing is that we have allowed this to happen because we felt that they had the best interest of us at heart. Many years ago, there was a big difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. And now I really feel that it's two wings of the same bird. Yeah, yeah, and that's going to continue. That's going to continue. These false and fake bullshit is going to continue. The thing is that when we really talk sensibly, right? And I want to put this back up because I really believe this is what we need to do is we have to boil down prepping into these 4 categories. And the 4 categories are preparing, right? Getting the things, getting the skills, learning the skills, and keep on learning more and more skills so that you can go forward. Because when it all crumbles, right, I think it matters who gets in office. I think that there's a few people, Batgirl, that could put a hiccup in the plans. I can say that. I think that if we could get rid of the true swamp and put uh, some new blood, literally new people into that situation, I think it could be a lot better for everyone. But can we stop what's coming? I don't think so. Can we stop the CBDC? I don't think so. They're rolling out all these reverse ATMs, all these ATMs. So you go put cash in. I mean, you put your debit card in. You don't get cash. You get a debit card. You know, here's your first sign that things are drastically changing in the United States, and they're going to continue to change. But if you really break down prepping, oh no, we don't. And he is probably one of the biggest. Good morning, Mama Leem, Batgirl. He's probably one of the biggest bought and sold. Excuse me. He's probably one of the biggest bought and sold. But what do we do? We can't. The government. We do what we do. We vote, and we hope that it matters, right? But what we can do is prep. We can prepare by learning skills and getting items that we really need that we feel that are for the future, such as food and water. Thank you, Tab P. We can. I always have it in the morning. Uh, we need to learn the skills. Learning how to smoke meat, how to can food, how to can things for long term, how to dehydrate. If you are fortunate enough, thank you, Mama Lean. Good morning, Sparkle On. The thing is, um, I'm with you. Get the X out. Yeah. Well, there's many that need to get out. There's many that need to get out, right? RCX. I mean, we could probably sit here and name hundreds of government officials around the country that need to get the hell out. And go ahead and say it the way it is. Get the hell out if you can't do it. Morning, Sandy. But I think preparing is really important. And there's many avenues to that. Like just don't get stuck on food and water. Learn the skills, learn how to manually do things, how to manually sharpen a knife, how to reload, how to there's so much how to forage. I think foraging is really, really important. I think foraging and living off the plants that are around us is a big, big step. And I think it's something that can really help us, right, as the preparers, the preppers, the homesteaders that we are. And when I say resources, I'm talking about resources in many avenues from your local mag, right, to water, foraging, around you, learning how to process an animal correctly on your own. Um, those types of things are your resources. Having the resources of a first aid manual, being CPR certified, taking some first aid classes. Like Dragonfly, she's a wound care specialist. She actually got certification. Myself and Dragonflies both got propane certified a couple years ago. And those things, right? We need to start at the top first and then vote the rest out. And I agree with you, Batgirl. I do. I mean, we see all these things happening, but when we really talk about prepping and we talk down to earth, which is kind of my new attitude because I like doing the news. I am probably going to be doing a broadcast sometime today or tonight over at OTWP TV News. If you're not a member, please join in there. Also, below me is My Patriot Supply link. If you purchase something from My Patriot Supply, it does help the channel. Yeah. Well, um, oh, that's what I'm going to go into over at OTWP TV News tonight. Uh, they were actually invited here. Okay. They were actually invited. I showed that video over at OTWP TV News. They were actually invited here. Right now, they're anticipating that there's roughly 500,000 to 750,000 is what they're telling us. So I would say there's probably a couple million, right? Good morning, Heather. Where you been? They want the land. They already own the land. Um, I want to talk about this more, but I really don't want to do it on this channel. I've learned where that got me, and where that got me is it got off the wall taken down, and I don't want that to happen over here at OTWP Prepping. But let's stay refocus a little bit. Tonight I will be bringing that out. I have done some research and it's not good. It's not good in any way, shape, or form. I will say this, if they're telling us, I think the number they said in these research articles was a half mil. I think there's probably a mil plus. And but there's 400 million Americans. How many of those are actually sleepers here waiting for the signal? Well, you'll have to come back and watch the replay. They're not usually very long at OTWP TV News Country Prepper. Um, you can't process animals either. Have you ever been fishing, Batgirl? RCX? Have you all ever went fishing? Because see, we have to realize a lot of people their stomachs turn, and honestly, I'm not a big hunter, but I love to fish. But I also believe that if you take an animal's life, that you use it. right? That you use it, that you don't just waste. So, Batgirl, if you fish, you can process an animal. See, give yourself a little more credit. We all have to do things sometimes that are uncomfortable. And if it comes down to starvation or to eating, then you never ate fish? RCX, are you serious? You only caught seaweed. Well, Batgirl, at least you caught something on the end of that hook. um, but I think that, when we break it down break the word prepping down, or the word prep, is we have preparing, which we just talked about, resources, and energy. I recently watched some YouTubers, and they're like, I'm going to be off YouTube a while. I feel like this, and this is happening, and it's too overwhelming. Maybe, and not to be rude or heartless toward them, but maybe they have it all wrong, because you shouldn't get overwhelmed, right? And you pass out when you see blood. Batgirl, I was actually supposed to be a corpsman, and it didn't work out too well. But the thing is energy that you put into prepping should be energy that you're putting into life. Period. Think about it like that, because prepping shouldn't overwhelm you. You shouldn't be to the point that you're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm freaking overwhelmed. No, no. If you're doing that and you're totally overwhelmed, there is an issue. Wow, you went deep sea fishing and you caught a carp, Heather. Only you. Maybe that was you were puffing and you thought you caught a carp and it was really a shark. Yeah, exactly, Nunya. I think prepping really, like, when you break it down. Um, when I did that series over on Off the Wall Prepper about the lost ways, like, to me that is prepping. Like, you look at that, and the lost ways of our ancestors, they were preppers. They didn't run around saying, I'm a prepper, right? They didn't run around and say, oh, I'm this or I'm that. It was just living. They just did it on a day to day basis because they had no other choice but to do it, right? That was their choice. Is they either went out and they scavenged and they got wood and they chopped trees and they had their own garden and they processed their own animals, or they just didn't eat. See, most of the time, like my granddad, he named my great grandfather ran the general store. He actually named the town Meredith, Nebraska. And so, really, the only business that was there was the store when he was alive. This is my great granddad. And the stores were really meant for special items, right? They were meant for special items. You didn't walk in and buy everything you ever needed, or bought wasteful things like we do today. They went in and they bought their sugar. They bought um, coffee. They bought a pair of shoes, and they took care of those items. And see, I think that's where the lost ways really comes into play in our life today. We have become a consumer nation, a nation of wastefulness. Myself and Dragonflies even have put ourselves in check about food, because how many times, honestly, folks, be really honest about this. How many times do you make a meal and you stick it in the refrigerator as leftovers, but then you never eat it? Hit a one in the chat if you have that issue and you've done it several times. I know that when I was taking care of the Marriotts, when I was out in Colorado, they would literally throw away 55-gallon barrels of food. And I look back at that and think about how many people could that really have fed, right? We are very wasteful in this country. My friend who loves to dumpster dive, like, literally, like, they've made a lot of money dumpster diving. They will go to colleges, and when kids get out of college for the breaks or whatever, or they're not going back to that school and they're unloading their dorms, they just throw away everything. They throw away everything. And I'm talking computers, notebooks, pens, papers, chairs, desks, mini refrigerators. This gal that does it has made a killing off going around to colleges waiting for the She has them written out in a notebook, and she goes from college to college to college with a van and a trailer and loads up, right? And I think that as people in the United States, we have become this consumer nation where, oh, I always want this, I always want a new this or a new that, instead of utilizing and taking care of the things that we have. And I think when it comes to prepping, that can change a lot of things when you start thinking like, maybe think about it like this, maybe I'm not going to have another one. I'm not going to get another one. And when you start thinking that way a little bit, not in a negative aspect, but in a conservative pullback type thinking, where you say, I got to use the things around me and I got to utilize it so that I'm not so wasteful. And I think that honestly, like if we would stop being so damn wasteful on so many things, folks, imagine, just imagine um, how much better things could be. They could be so much better. One, you're not going to be spending money that you don't need to be spending, which means in return you could save more. We got these hellacious electric bills, and I was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. So literally, we started unplugging pretty much everything. If we're not using it, it's unplugged. So now we're playing the electric game because I'm trying to beat the electric company because I think it's ridiculous that we had never had a bill over $85. And you all know we live in a small cabin. And now all of a sudden, 250, 300. I think our highest one now is $340. And we didn't change a whole lot. And so I think that's where energy comes in a couple different aspects. Is one, quit spending on things that you don't need. Quit, do things to be more conservative. Pretend that, run the scenario in your head. Pretend that for 24 or 48 hours you don't have water or electricity. Can you go 24? Can you go 48? Can you go 72? And when you start doing these scenarios and actually playing them out, it might be the time right now to say, what would it be like if I didn't have power or if I didn't have water for 48 or 72 hours? See, the only way that you really know, good morning, Cherie. The only way that you'll really know what it's like is to do it, right? Yeah, yep. Even the phone chargers. I mean, we stop everything at night. We turn off our internet now, which I think is a good thing. I think what's coming off the internet, the phones, the headphones, the smart TVs, all that is adding up, and I don't think it's healthy for us in any way, shape, or form. RCX, excuse me, in a healthy manner. I don't think that's a good thing. Good morning, Royal Linus. Good morning, America. And then, of course, you know, uh, praying about things and learning to go forward is always important to me. It always has been and it always will be. I think that prayer changes things. It changes thoughts. It changes the way you think. It changes the way that you perceive things. And instead of, see, we could change. Some people might take away pray, right? Whoops, where would it be? It would be over here. Some people might take away pray and they might put paranoid because we all know about the doomsday preppers and how people get so wrapped up and so overly excited about everything instead of stepping back from the propaganda and thinking about things. And I think that that's like really important, is that sometimes we have to step back and say, okay, hold on a minute, let me really think about this in a down to earth manner. And you have a choice, either to pray it up or to be paranoid. And me personally, I'd rather be centered in faith, light, love, and hope for the best. But we also know that, biblical speaking, that um, it's, the things that are happening are like on steroids right now. But we also should realize that, you know, it's like you have options in your life. And I thought it was really funny when we were at Fort Cody and the first pair of boxers, they were selling these like funny boxers, and I look up there and it says lazy ass, and I was thinking, doesn't that fit sometimes in this community? Is that people want to be lazy? I'm just gonna go buy me an AR, and I'm gonna buy lots and lots of ammo, and then that way I'm prepared. No, you're not. You know, pull your head out of the sand. There's a lot. There's probably people that are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s that are more prepared than people that are talking this chaos bullshit all the time. And I really think that there's a lot of great channels, but there's some channels that like all they want to do is always come at you with the doom and gloom, the fear mongering bullshit, and they come out with a news article every single day, and it's all based around the propaganda. And see, you got to look deeper, you got to look further, you got to look away. Like I've always said, if they're trying to get us to look to the sky, look to the water. If they're trying to look to the north, look to the south, because there's always something going on. And when we're looking the other way, it's like distraction after distraction after distraction, what's really happening. And I think that that's something we all have to take into consideration. So guess what time it is? It's time for O to the T to the W to the P to get another cup of coffee. So I'm going to play a song because this morning is Coffee with OTWP. It is faith, it's fellowship, it's prepping. It's just a good, down to earth, sensible conversation. And yeah, that's a good way to put it, country prepper. I mean, like, honestly, that is such a good way to put it. Like, if you don't use it and learn how it works, it's just a hammer. And that goes with so many things. Like, so many times people say, well, I got this and I did this, but they don't even know how to use it. They've never shown one demo of how to use anything. So at this time, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go get me. Yep. Yep. Very true. Very, very true. That is so true. So I'm going to play a song. I'll be right back. And let's come around centered in faith, light, love, and hope. And then tonight, I just give you the fear, the doom, and the gloom tonight over at OTWP TV News. If one of my mods are in here, if you could drop the link. Cherie, can you drop a link to OTWP TV News? I would really appreciate it. I would highly, highly appreciate it. Tab P, I got a question for you, Tab P, before I go and play a song. Tab P, are you still here? Calling Tab P to the floor. Are you here, Tab? Breaker 19, Breaker 19. I'm looking for Tab P. Tab P. Tab P. I would like to ask you if you would become a mod for 2023. Would you like to be a mod? You've been here. You're an anchor to our channel. We appreciate you, folks. I need another new mod. Tab P. Would you take the mod wrench? Now, I want you to know if you're a mod, you're not obligated to be here every live because Lord help us, you might have to work or something. uh, awesome, Tab. Awesome. Tab P, welcome to the mod squad. Everybody, I really appreciate our mods. Tab P is now a mod. You have now been caressing with the wrench. Thank you, Tab. We appreciate you. Learn how to drop links and always remember if somebody's being obnoxious in the chat to the point that they're saying nasty, disgusting stuff, that you know how our channel works. And if they're saying nasty, disgusting stuff, go ahead and, put them in a little timeout. Thank you, Tab. Thank you for accepting the wrench. We are honored with your presence, Mom. All right, folks, I'll be right back. Uh, give me 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes to get a cup of coffee.
heading for a collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors. Right. Moments pass, make this one count. Untied, you're so good at dragging yourself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts. There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Held underwater, fire for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feels bottled up inside. Heading for a collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around. 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 Close your eyes, hear the voice within, calling. This heavy load got under your skin, howling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside. Heading for a collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors.
To get the coffee. Whew, I needed the coffee. And I checked on the baby kittens. Y'all, we got 6. Good morning, Tamara. We got 6 baby kittens. And I was concerned last night. The one that I really, really like has like tortoise colors to it. And the thing is that I thought it was blind or something, but I guess it's just a slow cat, maybe the runt, because one of its eyes was not open. So I just went out there and the little guy or girl, whatever it is at this point, I don't know, looks like it's doing pretty good. It looks like it's doing pretty good. So that's a good thing, right? That is a good thing. Um, Cameras up in here. Let me see something real quick. There we go. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Okay. There we go. Weird. Okay. I had some weird stuff going on in the back office here. But I hope that, everybody keeps going forward, that you keep doing the things. Oh, Cherie, you're busy dehydrating green peppers, onions, and celery. He's found 6 pounds. Oh, you can. Hold on. Oh, you can't. You found a 6 pound can of corn yesterday for $1.89. That's a good price. That's a good price. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, they are usually female. It's a beautiful cat. I mean, it is beautiful. It is really, really a beautiful cat. Um, but all six of them are so freaking cute. I can't believe that we started out here in the Ozarks with absolutely no cats. I never go and get a cat or buy a cat or anything like that. But what happens? Dragonfly says cats love you because everywhere I go, like I mean, I can be out in the city somewhere, and a cat will just wander up to me, probably to get my French fries or something, right? Which I don't hardly buy anymore. We make our own because I don't want to support the Billy Boy. I don't want to support him, and he's really he's really on a mission to take over a lot of industries when it comes to our food supply. I got to put my leg up. It's bothering me today. These good old torn knee meniscus is not a fun thing to deal with all the time. Y'all can see behind it. That's pretty cool. But I'm just chilling on the love seat. But I think that we all need to keep taking the steps and doing things. They are Dragonfly's tab actually made hash browns. Like she I don't know what she put them through some kind of dicing machine thing, and she made hash browns. She made scalloped. She made French fries. We made seasoned fries. All these different things with the potatoes because we get a lot of potatoes. We get at least 2 bags of potatoes every month free from our neighbor, and so they're good potatoes. I don't know where they get them, but they always give us 1 to 2 bags. So we have like 20 pounds of potatoes a month, and that's just way too much. You have a sweet stray, and they're trying to find a home. Yeah. Well, and it's like here in the forest, I think a lot of these cats have been abandoned or whatever. Just like Tommy, he was so freaking wild. Y'all know he bit me and stuff when he first came into this area, and now he's a happy cat, and he's a fat cat, and now he keeps producing more kittens. Um, but he did do a great job this time. 6 of them. I can't believe we have 6 kittens. The good thing is they keep the rodents away, they keep snakes away, and of course I feed them. Right now I am feeding them canned food. Hey Teresa, right now I am feeding them canned food to give the mama cat a little bit of a break. There's only the two that are still nursing, which is the tortoise one, right, Royal Linus, and then there's another one that looks like Willow. There's two that look exactly like Willow and Baby Kitten, and that one is she's real tiny and she's still nursing. But those are the only two that are still nursing. The other ones, they've been running out to the cistern from the back of the cabin all the way to the front, and they found a little spot under the door that they can go right up into the cistern building, which is good because that's a safety place for them, right? That's another thing I got to do this morning is I got to transport water. The rain catch, I'm very, very impressed with how much water we're accumulating off of this little piece of rain gutter. Um, That's one of my projects that I want to get done this weekend, and I'll be filming it to show how to set up your own rain catch in a very down to earth, easy, cheap way. Because I like cheap. I like to save my money. Um, I am going to be showing something here in the next week, and it is literally showing you for two people what a year's supply of food looks like. Um, we are getting ready to prep into our second year of food supply. And so I want to show it. A lot of people are like, you shouldn't show it, blah, blah, blah. But, I'm probably already on the radar big time. I'll have a social credit score of 2. And most people will be at the 500s or 300s at least, so you can at least travel. I'll be at like a 2. So I really don't care about that. Um, but I think people need to visualize how much food that actually is, and it's a lot of food for two people for 1 year. Um, and that's just basics, right? We do have a lot of freeze dried food, and we do not own a freeze dryer, so it has been a long haul to get a year's worth of freeze dried food, canned food, and we have our basic preps, our working pantry that we call it. And I think that, good morning, Elaine. What's going on? Elaine. I think that it's really important to work on your food preps, because I think that with all the plants that have burned down and everything that's happened, that we're going to see a real crunch. I would say, honestly, I think we've been talking about this for almost going on 2.5 years. And we keep seeing more and more things escalate and unfold. But I think that what will occur, and I don't think there's any sidestepping it, that China is going to put the hammer down on the United States. China is hoarding food. And I think that they're also looking for more avenues to get food, right? Which is the United States. And when the food crunch really comes, which we are seeing it slow roll in on us, that we are all going to need to be prepared for a long term food situation. Canned food, food in your pantry, cans of food, canning food is still short term. It's only a year to 2 years. And that's why I've been posting the link for My Patriot Supply, because the taste of the food from My Patriot Supply is not bad. There's a lot of them out there. We also have Augustin Farms, Mountain Home. Um, we have like 4 or 5 different kinds, because I look for those cells and try to purchase when I'm able to. I'm staying within our budget of prepping per month, and we actually have a prepping budget. Your yours will be negative. Well, we'll hang out together, RCX. We'll hang out together, because I was giving myself a 2, but you might be right. Well, and if you don't stand up, and we don't stand up, then what will happen, right? What will happen? I have this sitting here on the table. I'm not sure what's in it, but I really like these bags. Um, they're really thick plastic, and I'll tell you what. I've had this bag. I bought one of these, mm, shoot, many years ago, to go to Jamaica, because I didn't want to leave my wallet, my key, my room key, all that stuff sitting with my towel, of course, if I'm swimming or whatever. So I have these in a variety of sizes, and they're really nice because they're really heavy duty plastic. And then at the top, you can see there's a Velcro strip, right? So there's a Velcro strip there. So what you do is you just, I don't know if you've ever had one or anything, but I really like these. They're great if you're going camping, or if you're out and about fishing or whatever, because you roll them down, you roll the top down, and then as you roll it in, what happens is that comes over the top and seals right there. So I really like these bags. I think I picked these up off of Amazon. I picked up like a 5 pack of them, different sizes. Like this is the large one, and then they go real small where you can just put a wallet. But I've actually put my cell phone in one of these and took it in the water, and I had no problems, and I was swimming. So I really believe in them, but you got to get the quality ones. And I hate to say it, but the quality ones that I have found are not made in America. They're not. I haven't found any. And if somebody else finds them and they're made in America, let me know because I would surely like to pick up like maybe another pack of them. But this bag, it goes in my get home bag. And yes, when we were traveling, we did have our get home bags with us. But as you can see here, um, inside, I also carry another plastic bag. And this is kind of a catch all, this bag here. It has some ibuprofen, which I just found out that is not really too great for you. So I'm going to kind of get away from ibuprofen and go to Tylenol. But it has everything from clips and zip ties to, you might be able to see this. I put a bunch of these together because I like these metal rings like this. They're actually used to hold hoses on different items, but I've found a lot of purposes for these. And like when you're camping and stuff, you can actually cut this with some wire snips, right? And you can use it. You can use it to hold up bags. You can use it to secure things. There's a lot of things that you can do with this. Or if you do have a hose bust, or if somebody else does. So that's like in this little bag. I always carry some heavy duty zip ties in there for a lot of reasons. One, if you have to restrain somebody, strong zip ties will definitely do it. They will definitely do it. And I have all kinds of zip ties in there. One thing that I save is I save a lot of these bread wrappers like this. And I also save the small twisty ones. I don't know if there's some in here or not. I think this is like a little catch-all bag. I save the pop bottle tops like this. I have so many of them. Really? So what do you have a suggestion, Tamara? So if Tylenol and ibuprofen are too great, where would we go? Especially for swelling. Thank you, P. James. Nice to see you. So what would you all be suggesting? I use these. You can actually use these as fishing hooks, right? I always think that it's wise for several reasons to carry to have some bobby pins, some not bobby pins. What? Oh shoot, bobby pins are like the things you put in your hair, right? I don't know, but safety pins. There we go. Had a blank there for a minute. I got some paper clips in there. I got some wood screws in this little bag. Safety pins. Yeah, I got it, Cherie. I got it. I got it. Let me see what else I have in here. Oh, these are pretty cool. These are just a quick way to start a fire. You can purchase these. They break off in little pieces like this, right? They break off in pieces. We use these in our fireplace, but I also use them around the campfire. So it's like a quick little piece of kind of like tinder, but you have it in your bag, and it does have some kind of chemical on it, but it's an easy way. And so I usually carry a bag of those. Let's see what else is in this bag. I don't know why I have a piece of bubble wrap. Oh no, it's a bag. It's a bag. It's a bubble wrap bag. I can use that to start a fire. I got a packet of fuel tabs. Right now, my Patriot Supply, you can get like a big old box of fuel tabs for like $3. I think I just ordered some more of them because that's a good sell on those. And I guess I have that bag for other stuff. Let me see what else I have in here in this one. Long lighter. I like the long lighters. I used to buy these by the case when we had the gift shop at the campground, and so I have a lot of them left, brand new ones. So I have those everywhere and anywhere I can. Oh, The the headlamp. I have several of these. They are not too expensive. Look around, but I think that a headlamp is good. I like this one, and I'll show you why. If you see right here, you can actually it actually folds down like that, so you can actually aim it. So I had good morning, dragonflies. Everybody say good morning to dragonflies. She just wandered out. So I like headlamps. Another thing of fuel tabs is in this bag. What else is in here? I know my back hurts too. Waterproof matches. Now I'm hooked on the storm matches because you can actually stick them in there. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you, Rick. And RCS, that's a good idea. So these little waterproof matches, I like them, but I like the storm matches that I demoed. What was it, a few weeks ago? Those are really good. Garlic, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, all good for inflammation. Thank you, Tab. That's a thank you. I like natural ways too. I guess you can mix up a little bottle of it, right, and have it in your preps. So I always have waterproof matches, um, a lanyard, right, with a clip. This bag is like not really packed. This is just something I carry. This is kind of cool. It comes on a little ring, so you got your knife, fork, and spoon, and they're great for camping too. They really are great for camping. Let me see what else we got in here. A toilet paper roll. Fire. Fire. I always have fire stuff, don't I, y'all? That's one thing I always have is fire stuff. Toilet paper rolls, Vaseline, sawdust, those type of things. And then I have this handy dandy one that has a knife, has a opener, and also has cork. It was just one extra that I had in a bunch of stuff that I was selling, so I kept a couple of these just to have them. But I also have the P38s and the P52s. Also, let me see what else is in here. That's it. Oh, other than I have Paracord 550, pretty much hooked to everything. That's probably a good 20 to 50. I'd say probably 50 feet. Probably 50 feet of paracord. I should go to a good chiropractor and get adjusted. It did wonders for your back. Yeah, my back isn't as bad as my knee. I also because of my job now, tab, I do have a back support. Sometimes I wear it on YouTube. I haven't worn it as much as I need to wear it more, um, because it really does help support my back. Uh, and those medical things, those things that you need to get done, are really important. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the super chat, Elaine. Thank you, sweetie. That's really nice. Thank you very much. I do it because I love people, and I think that knowledge is power. And I think the more that we can educate ourselves, honestly, the better things will be in the long run for everyone. You all share stuff in the chat with me that I don't know, and multiple paracord by 8 the length. Well, 1 inch of paracord is a foot. 1 inch of paracord is a foot of 550. Thank you, Elaine. I love you all too. Elaine, you missed it last night, Elaine. You missed it last night. I had the dang I had the dang buffalo hat on. Huh? Dragonfly said, would one of the mods drop her Etsy link? I haven't brought Nightbot back to the channel. I'm just over the bots. The bots can kind of kiss our American asses, right? Yeah. Yep. Oh, Rick, what are you're on point, man. It's exactly it. You have 7 strands, and those strands inside, you can use them for a lot of things. You can use them for fishing. You can use them for fishing line. You can use them, honestly, for floss. You can use them to tie things up. And when you put those 7 strands together with the sheath over it, you got 500. If you're using 550, you got 550 pounds per inch. And Paracord's awesome. Paracord is awesome. I like Paracord. Well, it happens, Elaine. It happens. You know, if you're doing the dang thing, you're not going to be able to make every live. But I want everybody to know that Wednesdays and Sundays are our big day for lives. And those are our main lives, our main shows. And then I'm going to start bringing back some morning news. I'm going to start bringing back some morning coffee with OTWP where we just talk and we can talk about down to earth prepping, which I think is really important. Um, YouTube is really pressing people to do podcasts. I was doing podcasts before, and so I'm going to be bringing back some podcasts, and I'm going to go back into the lost ways. I think that the lost ways will help us all to learn skills and knowledge. I usually include some recipes from the lost ways, and how to use old timey things like how we're making like our own laundry detergent. How we're making our next big project is we're going to be making more candles. We're going to be making our own homemade soap and body soap. And oh, Mama Leem, Grandma, Mimi, Nana. What are you going to be called? Are you going to be called? Do they call you Nana? Or are they going to call you Nana? They going to call you Mimi? They going to call you Mima? They going to call you Grandma? What is your preference? And that'll tell me kind of what part of the country you're in, Mama Leem. Thank you, Tab P, for dropping that link. And Tab P, welcome to the Mod Squad. We appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. Rick, you're right. If you go in a store and you see cheap paracord, you're probably Nana. Aw, congratulations, Mama Leem. Let's show some love for Mama Leem. That's great. How exciting to be a grandma, huh? Your first great grandson. Oh, you're gonna be great grandma. Oh, whoa. That's cool. Foxfire. I got a lot of new congratulations, great granny. Yeah, great granny. Carol, yes, we are, but we're gonna have different things on Sunday. Some Sundays we're gonna have 2 or 3 lives. Some Sundays we're only gonna have one live. It just depends on my schedule. I have a lot going on with the homestead. And Carol, when did you sneak in here? Good to see you. But yes, we will be having some Sunday morning faith and sometimes Sunday evening sunset faith service. So it's going to vary. I'm trying to get the schedule up for May so that we can get that done. And I got about another 15 minutes or so, folks. I do have to go back to work today. And I'm happy to go back to work, but I got a bunch of paperwork I got to fill out. And also remember to get an aloe vera plant. And I'll tell you why. I burnt my whole thumb right here. Some of you seen it the other day on the live. But when you get a new microwave, it's not the same as the old microwave, right? Oh, I wanted to show you this too. One, so I had a poached egg explode at my mom's house, and it exploded. It sounded like a shotgun. And so I'm glad that I put my hand up because it would have probably burned me right in my face. Yeah, work's overrated. I hear you. Yeah, but it shot up, and I covered my hand like this, and it burnt my hand. But the egg exploded on my mom's new house, on the ceiling, on the microwave, on the counter. I got kicked out of another kitchen. Can you all believe that? Um, this is pretty cool. I was at that military surplus store, and I picked that little book up. Right, it's from the American Safety and Health Institute, and it's real small, but it was only $2.50. So of course I had to get it. It has CPR, AED, and basic first aid. It's a pocket reference guide. Really, really detailed book. You can see it there, y'all. If you have a military surplus near you, I'm going to tell you right now, I was amazed at the things that they had. I was truly amazed, from MREs to Second Amendment items to bags to flashlights. The one out there in Colorado was absolutely phenomenal. You could pick up first aid supplies for like 49 cents to a buck 50, and so I picked up a few things here and there at that military surplus. Go check out military surplus stores. Look for the sales, look for the bargains, because that's going to save you a lot of money. Yep. Yeah, definitely, Rick. And you're gonna have intestinal problems, that's for sure. Um, Hold on a minute. Carol, you're gonna have surgery too. What day is your surgery? What day is your surgery, Carol? Because I Beth D is having a surgery this week too, on Wednesday. So we have some folks that, we need to lift up in prayer, thoughts, light, love. Yeah, I do too. I mean, this we don't have one. I need to find one closer to us, Elaine. But I was really like, wow. I mean, the things that were in there, and that's where I got my a hole sign at, right? That's where I got my a hole sign for you that didn't see it. So that's going out on the front fence, my a hole sign. Dragonflies, would you give me my navy one? It's right there. Y'all, this I couldn't leave in the surplus store either. I bought a couple decor things, but check this out, y'all. Is that cool or what? Look at that. So they had these for each branch, and these are made out of license plates. And so, of course, I had to. This is the only one they had for Navy. We were going to go back the next day, and then I was like, "Oh, I can't leave that sitting there." So I got that. I really like this a lot. I really like this. Go Navy. And yeah, it is. It's cool looking, isn't it? Especially the way they did it out of the old license plates. I like it. I like it a lot. Uh, Me and Dragonflies bought a few new clothes while we were there. Of course, we bought us a Colorado T-shirt. We each bought a pair of sweatpants. Some things that we needed. Hey, she's a wildflower. How you doing? Huh? Yeah, yeah, you definitely could. And then also our new game, Damned If You Do, Damned If You Don't. We're going to be doing that on Sunday nights too. A lot of fun. Okay, here's one to start off your morning, and then I'm going to play a song. You have a choice, and you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. And number one, you got to pick number one or number two, right? Lick the inside of a used toilet plunger, or the inside of a football player's jockstrap. Take your pick, number one or number two. Dragonfly said that's nasty. Take your pick. Number one, lick the inside of a used toilet plunger, or number two, lick the inside of a football player's jockstrap. Tab said, "What's the price?" Well, Tab, I don't know. Batgirl said, "I'm not doing either." Okay, okay, okay. Neither. Okay, okay. Let's try one more. Nobody wanted to answer that. One, two. If I drink Bud Light, Rick. Rick said one if he's drunk. Two if he had drank Bud Light. LOL. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. Well, Tab, Tab said, "Well, my ex-husband was a football player, so well then, well, it is what it is." Tracy said, "Hell to the na." uh, at least the plunger it might be cleaned. Okay, there you go. And Batgirl said she'll pass. Okay, here's the next one. Here's the next one. You have to suck all the ink out of a ballpoint pen or paint your tongue with whiteout. Number one is suck all the ink out of a ballpoint pen, or two, paint your tongue with whiteout. One, I can dip in Clark's and spray with Lysol first. Okay, well, at least RCA made a choice. Everybody's gonna paint their tongue with whiteout. See, now I know what kind of people I'm dealing with. Okay, oh, Royal Ina says she's gonna suck all the ink out of a ballpoint pen. No, Elaine. Elaine, you got to take a choice. You're either going to suck the ink out of a ballpoint pen. Now, this is just for fun, YouTube world. We're not talking serious. And if you think we're serious, you're really a dumbass. Paint your tongue with whiteout. Batgirl's going to paint her tongue. Yeah. Okay. Here is a good one. This is the last one. This game is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to do it on Sunday nights. We're gonna have trivia and damned if I do, damned if I don't. Here's your next one. Y'all ready? You are the a-hole uniquely written, so we're still having the a-hole club. We've been having the a-hole club. We ate crayons and Elmer's glue, so I would paint my tongue. She's a wildflower. Okay, here's the last one. Ready, y'all? Okay, drink a glass of water out of a storm drain. Okay, this is going to show what kind of preppers you are. Drink a glass of water out of a storm drain, or drink a large puddle left on the bathroom floor after someone gets out of the shower. The one is out of a storm drain, and two is off the bathroom floor. What's your choice? Ooh, you're gonna drink off? Oh, no, I'm drinking out of a storm. Yeah, I'm drinking out of a storm drain. No, Tappy said number one with this live straw. Number one. Royal Linus said puddle, the same as you. Okay, in the shower, 75% of people wash from top to bottom. Just so y'all know. Dibble is the official word for drinking like a duck, lifting the head after each sip. So, do you dibble? And if you dibble, then are you a duck? Are you identifying as a duck? I'm just asking for a friend. I don't know. This book is really twisted. And it actually says on the outside, damned if you do, the outrageous book of bizarre choices. Warning, this book contains shocking content meant to inspire hilarious discussion. Questions may be twisted, sick, and just wrong. Hooga Hooga. Hooga, you're coming in late, so you need to answer this one. Will you drink a glass of water out of a storm drain, or drink a large puddle left on the bathroom floor after someone gets out of the shower? Your choice, Huga. One is drink a glass of water out of a storm drain. Two is a large puddle off the shower floor. Ah, these things. Okay, this goes out to Rick Codwell. This is my last one that I'm playing a song. Rick Codwell, would you rather have food poisoning and be forced to eat what made you sick, or have to smell tequila during a severe tequila hangover? She's a wildflower said, what if the puddle isn't water? Oh, nasty. See? It makes. Uh oh, Rick. Which one would you rather do? Have food. Carol said, too. You want to smell tequila after a severe tequila hangover? Ooh, lordy. Come on, Rick. One, have food poisoning, be forced to eat which made you sick. That'd be number one. Number two is have to smell tequila during a severe. Dragonflies are saying two. Rick saying the tequila. And here's what it says underneath it. Wake up in the morning, put your feet on the floor, do the 50-yard dash to the bathroom door. Diarrhea, diarrhea. When you're sliding into first and you feel something burst, diarrhea, diarrhea. When you're sliding into third and you lay a juicy turd, diarrhea, diarrhea. When you're sliding into home and you feel something foam, diarrhea, diarrhea. Oh, lordy. Oh, fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. From the Animal House. 1978. Oh, golly dang. I just read y'all a diarrhea poem. Where have we went? Oh, lordy. Oh, this is gonna be a fun, twisted game. Um, all right, y'all. I'm gonna play a song, and I'll come back on. And where's Beth D? All right, let me play this. I'll be back.
Take everything we got, give it an honest shot. Turning it on and off, we've been sliding. Riding the highest dream, keeping the fire real. I call for you. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Maybe we're invincible at last. Fueling every engine, power is descending. Maybe we're invincible. Over the coming days, let's cut to the chase. We're gonna beat this maze, let's go deeper. I wanna reach it all, taking a leap or fall. I'll get to you. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Maybe we're invincible at last. Fueling every engine, power is descending. Maybe we're invincible. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying off the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Maybe we're invincible. I've been flying off the ceiling, and maybe we're invincible. Hold your gun, caught the wire. Aim for desire. Hold your gun, caught the wire. Aim for desire. Hold your gun, caught the wire. Aim for desire. Hold your gun, caught the wire. Aim for desire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Maybe we're invincible at last. Fueling every engine, power is descending. Maybe we're invincible. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Maybe we're invincible. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for desire. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for desire. I've been flying off the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Baby, we're invincible.
Do y'all see his eye? Anybody have any ideas what I could do? Look at his eye. Does he have an infection? Okay, I should be back on. Y'all see his eye? This is the really cute one. This is the one I real look at those colors. It's okay. Yeah, it is the tortoise one. Anybody have any ideas? I'll be right back. Let me put him back out there with his mama. Get to a vet or he could lose his eye. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to put him out here. I will in a little bit. I got to. Here you go. Okay, I'll be. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I want to see what. I think everybody's saying it's eye infection. You think it's. That's what Dragonflies just said. Warm washcloth. Okay. Yeah, he's super, super cute. He or she is my favorite one. Um, the colors on him is absolutely beautiful. But I think they're too small to treat for fleas. I am going to deworm them here in the next week or so. You should be careful. Watch the others. Okay. Okay. Also, the mother's milk could have gotten in his eye. Yeah, because his eye was open this morning a little bit. But last night I noticed his eye was like pretty screwed up. Okay, so Dragonfly seen his eye open halfway yesterday. I seen it completely closed last night. And then this morning it was open and now it's closed again. So 3 orange, 1 solid white. Yeah, this one is a real cutie. Really cute. We'll try the washcloth today. See if that helps. And yeah, they've been playing rough, those 6 cats too. Those 6 kittens have been playing rough. Y'all, I got to get out of here. I got to be at work. Well, I don't have to go too far. I have to switch out computers, but I have to be at work in an hour. I need another cup of coffee. I will be setting up some more lives for one probably tonight or probably maybe tomorrow. Funny, Huga. Huga said, was he making tumblers? Yeah, funny. You're hilarious, Huga. Uh, thank you. Um, remember, everybody, pray, prep, and be safe. Be careful out there. And yeah, y'all are a bunch of smart alecks. Hold on. Huga, I got your sign. You're oh, did I just call you an a-hole? Plus, I got to transport water. So I got to go before Dragonflies gets on my ass. Oh, but, keep doing the dang things that make you happy. Keep doing the dang thing, period. Big prepper hugs from our little piece of heaven here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. I'll either do a new special tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. I'm thinking tomorrow morning because I'd like to spend an hour on this subject that I'm going to be talking about. It might cause me a strike over on the other channel. If one of my mods, and everyone welcome Tab P as a mod. Tab P, thanks for taking the wrench. We appreciate it. And one song on the way out. God bless you from here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. Big prepper hugs. Walk in faith, light, love, and hope. And keep prepping. Don't give up and don't give in, folks. Here we go.
In all things, in all things, in all things, you're working it out, working it out for the good of those you called according to your purpose, for the good of those you called according to your plan. Well, you are working for the good. Yeah, you are working for the good. We will trust in you. We will trust, we will see you move. We will trust in you. Oh, we will trust, we will see you move for the good of those you called according to your purpose, for the good of those you called according to your plan, and for the good of those you called according to your purpose, for the good of those you called according to your plan. Well, you are working for the good. You are working for the good.